Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by tall, whispering pines, there lived a kind-hearted girl with a love for adventure. Everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a scarlet cape that fluttered behind her like a bright banner in the wind. Her grandmother had sewn it for her, and Red wore it everywhere she went, from the bustling market to the secret berry patches deep in the forest. One sunny morning, as the dew sparkled on the grass, Red's mother called her into the cozy kitchen. "Grandmother isn't feeling well," she said, her eyes kind but worried. "Would you take her this basket of treats? There's honey, warm bread, and her favourite strawberry jam." Red's eyes lit up. She loved her grandmother's cottage at the edge of the woods, and the walk through the forest was always full of surprises. She promised her mother she'd stay on the path and not talk to strangers. With the basket swinging on her arm, Red set off, humming a tune. The forest was alive with birdsong and dappled sunlight. As she walked, she noticed a family of rabbits nibbling on clover and a squirrel chattering as it leaped from branch to branch. Red greeted them all, her laughter echoing through the trees. But today, something felt different. The wind rustled the leaves in a new way, and far off she glimpsed a flash of grey fur. Out from behind a tree stepped a wolf, his eyes clever and curious, but not unfriendly. He tipped his head and asked, "Where are you going, Little Red, with that delicious-smelling basket?" Remembering her mother's warning, Red hesitated, but then she thought, "He seems polite enough." So she answered honestly, "To visit my grandmother. She's not feeling well, and I want to cheer her up." The wolf's ears perked up. "How thoughtful! But why hurry? The forest is full of wonders today. Have you seen the bluebells on the hill, or tasted the wild strawberries by the stream?" Red's curiosity sparkled. She loved discovering new things, and the idea of picking a bouquet for her grandmother sounded wonderful. Just a few minutes, she thought. She thanked the wolf for the suggestion and wandered off the path to explore. The wolf, meanwhile, had an idea of his own and slipped quietly down a shortcut, vanishing through the trees. Soon, Red had gathered a fistful of bluebells and a pocket of sweet strawberries. The sun climbed higher, and she realized she'd better hurry. She raced back to the path, her heart beating with excitement and a bit of worry. When she reached her grandmother's cottage, the door was open just a crack. She knocked softly. "Grandmother, it's me!" she called. A strange, muffled voice replied, "Come in, dear." Inside, the room was dim, and her grandmother lay in bed, wearing her nightcap pulled low. Red stepped closer and noticed something odd. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have!" "All the better to see you with, my dear," the figure replied. "And what big ears you have!" "All the better to hear you with, my dear." Red frowned, stepping even closer. "And what big teeth you have!" Suddenly the wolf sprang out of bed. But before he could do anything, Red's quick thinking saved the day. She tossed her basket of treats high into the air. The sweet smell of strawberry jam distracted the wolf, who leapt after it, tumbling into a heap with a surprised yelp. At that moment, Grandmother emerged from a closet where she'd hidden, safe and sound. Hearing the commotion, a friendly woodcutter who lived nearby rushed in. Seeing the wolf tangled up in bread and honey, he laughed and gently shooed him away, warning him not to frighten people again. Red hugged her grandmother tight, sharing the bluebells and strawberries she'd picked. They enjoyed the treats together, safe and happy. And from that day on, Red always remembered to trust her instincts, to be cautious but also kind, and never forgot the wild, wonderful adventure in the woods.